Example 6. Secant u over sine u minus sine u over cosine u. So since our goal is to combine these and get one expression, we want to first try to combine these by getting a common denominator. So I see that they really don't have a common denominator, so the only common denominator is to multiply. The only way to get a common denominator is to multiply sine u by cosine u, and that numerator by the same thing, just to keep it balanced, and multiply cosine u by sine u, and the numerator by the same thing to keep it balanced. And so we can bring that down. So this on the left becomes secant u times cosine u over sine u times cosine u minus sine u times sine u over cosine u times sine u. So now I have a common denominator and I can combine these two terms. I'm also going to bring in my identities and see if there's anything else that I can simplify here. Secant u times cosine u, I see that the secant and the cosine are reciprocals, and they can cancel each other out. So secant u times cosine u is the same thing as secant u times 1 over secant u. So those would cancel out and just become 1. And then sine u times sine u is sine squared u. And then I bring those common denominators down. Sine u times cosine u. And now once again, I'm dealing with that same Pythagorean identity that I have been working with all along. It seems to be our friend. Sine squared u plus cosine squared u equals 1. And then I can just subtract sine squared u from both sides and get cosine squared u equals 1 minus sine squared u. And replace 1 minus sine squared u with cosine squared u. And just bring down that denominator. So now I have 2 cosines on the numerator and 1 cosine on the denominator. So I can cancel the cosine on the denominator, and all I'm left with is one of the cosines on the numerator and the sine on the denominator. And I see in my identities that cosine over sine is cotangent. So this just becomes cotangent u as the final simplification.